is live now.
All right, perfect. So again, before you were talking initially about what ZA is, which is kind of taking your money out of crypto without having to use a centralized exchange. Let me go into a little bit more depth because that's a very general idea on kind of what we're doing, and there's different perspectives on how to think about the Zonymous business. So let me introduce myself and kind of my background a little bit. My name is Bassett, founder of Zonymous. I started this October 30th, 2021 in my room. And I truly just wanted to create my own cryptocurrency that I could use and spend anywhere in the world. I think sometimes the best products that are created are specifically created because that's what the individual that created it wanted. And this is me being completely transparent. I didn't create this for other people. I didn't create this for an amazing system for other people to enjoy. As selfish as that sounds, I just wanted my own crypto that I could use and spend anywhere. While I tried doing that, I realized that there was a huge problem in the crypto space, which was kind of taking out your money and spending it and using your token. So don't think about it as cashing out or anything like that. Again, the basis of what ZA is about is being able to spend cryptocurrency as fluid as possible in multiple different countries. It's not really like a cash out because when people think that, they're like, oh, I want the crypto straight to my bank account. The reason gift cards handles our system so well is because gift cards are primarily used to actually use and to buy products with. So I just want to kind of touch base on that because a lot of people are like, "Oh, ZA is this way to just cash out your crypto. I want my money in my bank," and that's not what we do at all. Actually, our ideology is that in order for cryptocurrency to take the next step, it not only has to easily be able to be bought. It has to be easily be spent as well. And that's what kind of creates the economy. Just because people can buy and buy and buy, at the end of the day, people need to be able to spend as well as fluidly. So
Yeah,
again,
that
I
is a
created.
very good point. Sorry, I kind of misrepresented that in the beginning, but
Well,
yeah, that's
it's
one of the big
yeah,
things is the adaptation of cryptocurrency in real world. So that is a great
yeah,
thing your project is doing.
yeah. So a lot of people, and I'll be honest, this might have been my fault. That's kind of how we did the marketing because a lot of DeFi people love to hear like cash out, crypto liquidation, DeFi, that new type of spin on decentralized finance. So it's definitely a good marketing ploy. I just wanted to give everyone before all of a sudden I got a whole bunch of DMs being like, "Hey, my country's currency, I want crypto now."
Yeah,
So
that's
I
very fair.
of course. So I just wanted to kind of clear that up. But yeah, I'm going to go kind of in the basis about me as an individual. I'm also an entrepreneur. I've been doing entrepreneurship since high school. I have done multitudes of different types of industries. I've done, and the reason I kind of bring up my history as a businessman is because I think a lot of people that are starting a lot of these other projects, they don't have any foundation of business. This is their first type of gig. They copied a contract, some basic reflections token, or they went on a launch pad like Pink Sale and just created a token within seconds. And now they're just going to copy some huge meme. They have no real business backing or any true experience, and they're handling thousands to millions of dollars of company funds. And what do you usually expect to happen? It fails, right? So the reason I bring up my entrepreneurship background is because I think it's one of my strongest suits as an owner, other than just the ZA idea. So I've done a multitude of different industries. I've done drop shipping, e-commerce businesses where we're finding the trendiest of products. I used to do business competitions as well all the time. From creating, I've tried creating my own application. It was called Cherishing Charities, where users could save money through tax deductibles through an iPhone app, but also give back to the world through charity. And it would all be through like change roundup through using your debit card. That was an idea I've worked on. I've started my own fertilizer plant where we were taking um, people products that people wanted to throw away and then turning it into reusable products, liquid organic fertilizer equivalents we called loaf, and also methane gas. I've also done international shipping, FOB from China to America. So I've definitely dabbled into a lot of different industries before I finally stumbled upon this idea where I wanted to create my own crypto that I could use and spend anywhere in the world. So now that's a little bit of the basis of me. I'll talk about the team as well. I got introduced to Coin Official through Fiverr, believe it or not. They are a consulting firm, a consulting company that takes people's ideas and turns it into a real idea through the pre-sale stage and helps you either through funding or helps you through development to actually get what you're trying to have to be accomplished. So I met Coin Official. I'm not sure if you all have met them or talked to them or anything. They're co-founders of ZA, but essentially I stumbled upon them around the same time that I had the idea about ZA. So again, that's kind of the basis on the business. And My bad. I also have a development team that works on front end and back end development. They've also helped build a contract. I also have a legal team that I work with. It's SB FinTech. You can see all of that in the white paper. They specialize in financial technology law regarding blockchain, forex, cryptocurrency, anything regarding financial technology. So they're also a part of my team. So don't think just because I'm the only one talking that we're really small. We have a lot of components that are actually very helpful in what we're building. We also have Mono, who is the lead community manager. He does an amazing job, BSC's number one mod. Just giving credit where credit is due. But let's get into kind of Zonimus and ZA. That's just a premise of about me, a premise about the business, a premise about the founders as well, and a little bit about the team. So here's Anonymous. Again, a way that you can take your cryptocurrency and be able to use it and spend it anywhere in the world by just connecting a wallet. Our entire focus is to decentralize the way people use cryptocurrency. Because if you ask the typical person, how do you use your cryptocurrency every single day? Maybe the people in this group might have a different answer than the general population of crypto. A lot of people will be like, oh, I use this method or this method or this method. But the typical average Joe that's in cryptocurrency is going to say, well, I go from my wallet to my Coinbase or I go to my wallet to my Binance. I sell it for fiat and then move the funds to my bank account. A very centralized process to use your assets that you have in your own custody every single day. It honestly makes no sense, and it's centralized crypto spending. So, if the problem is centralized crypto spending, then what's the solution? It's obviously decentralizing crypto spending. And that's kind of how the birth of Zonimus became, with the idea of my own crypto that I wanted to use and spend anywhere in the world. So I'm going to walk you through the actual steps of how you can actually do that. And you can follow along with me either through the presentation or you can go on the website zonimus.io. That's ZAHNYMOUS.io. So here is our homepage. The first thing that you're going to want to do is possibly connect your wallet, which you'll see in the top right corner. We have MetaMask, we have Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect has a numerous amounts of different wallets. So if you see your wallet provider, click on it, connect, all of that fun stuff, and follow along with me on how you can take your internet money, or your stored tokens that you have a value, and be able to actually use them in the real world as fluidly and simple as possible while still keeping decentralization at its core. So you're going to connect your wallet, and then at the very bottom left, you're going to see the Buy ZA button. This is in case you want to have ZA to follow along with me, or in case you have maybe BNB, BUSD, you can follow along with me as well. So users that go to my website can buy ZA right here on the page. It's not going to redirect you to PancakeSwap. It's not going to show you an iframe. It's going to slide right in front of you and have that great user experience to allow you to essentially purchase my cryptocurrency as smoothly as possible within just a couple clicks of a button. So once you have ZA, we're going to actually go into how you can use your ZA for everyday expenses like buying groceries for your family. Maybe Mother's Day is coming up. You want to buy your mom something from 1-800-Flowers, 1-800 Baskets, or anything along the other providers or gift cards that we have. So here's the buy gift cards button that you can see is highlighted. We're going to go there. I am from the United States. I'm actually from Kentucky specifically. You can see the Adidas section is highlighted right there. It comes out to an extension of you. I like Adidas personally, so we're going to use that as the example. You'll see Adidas right there. You'll click on it. It's going to take you to the gift card page. Again, everything is as user friendly as possible and really allowing you to take Binance Smart Chain specific tokens with real world spending as fast and as efficiently as possible. So we're going to use the ZA that we just bought in the very beginning of the presentation. And you can see ZA has the best over it. It's because it's the best fee on the platform. We are a deflationary store of value that is also a payments token. So we'll select ZA, we'll select 50 USD, quantity, add to cart. Again, the checkout experience is as smooth and as efficient as possible. You'll see that it slides right in front of you, and then you just implement your email. For this example, we put support@zahnymous.io. It is our official email, our support email. You can contact us for any reason about maybe you like the presentation, maybe you have an inquiry, or anything along the lines of that. Agree to terms and conditions. And then again, guys, the checkout process is as simple as possible. We click proceed to checkout. And sometimes some people like to verify the information. Okay, that is actually my email. I'm purchasing one product. This is the amount in ZA. And then you just click pay. It's going to interact with the wallet of your choice that you chose from the very beginning. That could be your MetaMask, your Trust wallet, or any other wallet that you may have used through Wallet Connect, and you're going to click pay. And as soon as you click pay, it's going to route you straight to the orders page. Again, something I love so much about our platform is that you actually don't have to use any Web 2.0 at all. We implement your email because it's what our providers request from us. But honestly, you don't need your email. Right when you make your purchase, it's going to take you to the orders page. You click view more, and just like that, you have your gift card code. It really is a smooth and efficient way to have your own custody as an individual, but be able to make those real world transactions whenever you need them. Let's say you bought a token or BNB. Let's say it goes up $30. You had one BNB, so you made $30, and then you want to be able to actually buy groceries from Kroger, etc. It's just a process to take your tokens that you have of your own value without having to leave them on an exchange. We've seen all the crazy stuff that's happened when you don't have self custody. We're talking about Celsius. We're talking about, I think Gemini was going under. We've seen the whole FTX fiasco. When people have their tokens on other centralized exchanges, there's a very cliche saying, and it's not your keys, not your tokens. It's as simple as that. So we really promote self custody. We allow users to just connect their own wallet and then spend when they want to spend. We don't have any control, or we don't hold any custody of any assets. It's your own wallet, your own privacy. Spend when you want to, connect when you want to. We also have other modules as well, other than just the gift card section. I know the mobile top up isn't really big here where I am in the States, but it's very big in other parts of the world. Talking about, I think, other countries, developing nations use prepaid phones a lot. So if you do have your BNB, the same example applies for you. If you have your ZA, or you made some profits on your BNB, or in case you don't want to have to send your assets to another location where you don't have security of them anymore, because again, not your keys, not your wallets, or not your tokens, then you go to the ZA website, you click the mobile top up button, and you can recharge your prepaid phone to call your loved one. You can be hundreds or thousands of miles away, top up your prepaid phone, and then again, just call anyone you want. And just an extra utility that you have as being a ZA holder, or an extra utility that you have for being a Binance Smart Chain holder for the very specific tokens that we hold on the platform. So for the very third utility as well, we have the bridge. It's a cross-chain DEX where you can take other tokens from 6 different blockchains and either go in and out of ZA, or from BNB to ETH, or whatever you want. Essentially, we created the bridge for one specific reason. You go to the website, you for some reason don't want to buy ZA, but let's say you have Polygon, but you want to use the platform because the platform is very specific to Binance Smart Chain. Well, you'll go to bridge right here, highlighted, and then you go from your Matic, your Polygon, over to ZA or over to BNB. And now you can have the token that we support for an actual checkout on the gift card DApp. Again, as simple as possible. This process takes seconds. So you can, not only can you spend cryptocurrency through the website via gift cards or top up your prepaid phone, you can even swap to different currencies as well. And we have Ethereum, BSC, Polygon, Avalanche, Phantom, and Arbitrum. The very last module, which is one of my favorite, is the fiat ramp. It's something that I use a lot, and I'll explain why I use it a lot. Being here from the States, there is a very weird policy when I use my bank deposit to go over to the crypto exchange like Coinbase or Binance.us. Once I do that deposit, I can't take the funds from my exchange account over to my external wallet unless 5 to 7 business days to clear. So in order for me to get cryptocurrency as fast and instant as possible, I just use my own fiat ramp, implement my debit card, and then bam, I have cryptocurrency. This is a more centralized process powered by Transact. So this specific module, you do have to KYC to use, but everything else is decentralized in the sense that you don't have to KYC. You have your anonymity, your privacy like you want. But the fiat ramp is a centralized process. We support 70 plus different currencies around the world, and users can even sell cryptocurrency straight to their bank account via Euro SEPA bank transfer and GBP faster payments transfer as well. But before I go into the fiat rent module, I'd like to talk about not only can you spend cryptocurrency through the ZA app, you can top up your prepaid phone, you can swap cryptocurrency, but you can even buy cryptocurrency as well, all on one platform. So this is what the fiat ramp looks like. Again, most likely we do support the currency of your country. If we don't, for some odd reason, please message me and I'll try and talk to our providers if we can apply it. But we do have 70 plus different, and I can also share that list with you all if you all are interested. So here is the very last module of being able to spend cryptocurrency, and it's one of the most universal use cases that we have here at ZAHNYMOUS. You'll see the buy Visa cards is highlighted. You click on that. It's going to take you over to the Visa card portal where you can select your coins, your ZA, other ZA paid partners. We have added BNB and USDT as well. You select your coin, you enter the quantity you want. The checkout process is the exact same. You can do it through your MetaMask browser on your phone, or you can do it through your MetaMask on a desktop as well. Add to cart is highlighted. Support@ZAHNYMOUS.io is the email. Agree to terms and conditions. Proceed to checkout. And again, verify the information one last time just to make sure that you're not overspending or underspending. Because obviously, it's really good to double check just in case for any errors or anything in that nature. We just like to have that for user comfortability. Personally, when I'm sending an address over to someone, I do triple checks. I review the first four and I review the last four. And when I click the send button, I review the first four and the last four one last time just to give me that confirmation. Because once you make the transaction, it's irreversible, right? So we always like to have that double confirmation for any transaction or sending to anyone just to double check. You click that pay button, and the same exact process happens again. For this example, this is the email as well, that the email notification, but the same thing with the product section as well for the gift cards works. As soon as you make your transaction, you'll be taken to the orders page. Within a minute to a couple minutes, you refresh and you have your Visa card code that you can then use universally. Right now, the Visa card works, I believe, in about 100 plus countries, but some countries that it says it won't work, we've seen that it does. So if you go to the gift card section and for some reason you don't see your country, just purchase the United States one. We have some users from Lebanon who actually purchased the card, and they used it to purchase something from AliExpress, and it worked. So if you do want to use the Visa card section, you can as well, just because we don't carry your country. It doesn't matter. So it is by far the most universal approach to being able to spend cryptocurrency as fluid as possible while still giving you your own self custody. So again, I hope everyone loved the presentation, a much slower version, but much calmer version instead of just going really fast like an open mic. I hope you all really understood what ZAHNYMOUS is about, which is really the simplification of spending cryptocurrency specific to Binance Smart Chain. We believe that right now we're in the age of value. So in the 1990s, in the 2000s, it was the age of information. I could go online, I could look up anything and then get a response. That is Web 2.0. now that we're in this new age, instead of just looking up something in the browser and getting an answer, you can be 1,000 miles away from me, 10,000 miles away from you, and away from me, and I can send you $1 million within a snap. That is the age of value, and that is what we're trying to really cater to, because our focus is really modernizing and kind of shifting this new advancement of what we call internet money. Yeah, that's the presentation. That's everything in regards to what I'm going to show. We have gotten audits that I've gone through before. We've gotten a CertSec audit where we got a contract security of a 91. We've also gotten a Fresh Coins audit as well, which we got a security audit of a 99 out of 100. So again, everything regarding the audits is absolutely perfect. The tokenomics for right now is a 3% buy and a 3% sell. That goes to 2% marketing, and then 1% is to LP. We have one of the strongest LPs of any project, and I would love for you to show me one better. I believe it's almost 50% of market cap, because the relation of the LP is the idea that people are going to be spending and using the ZA token. We have an LP that is fat enough for a multi-million-dollar market cap, but our market cap is only 120,000 or 130,000. Very undervalued in the sense of where we really are, and in my opinion, one of the most innovative BSC projects to come out in this space in 2023. So again, I would like for you to ask your questions away. Ask about the ZA business. Ask about me as an individual. Ask about me as an entrepreneur, and let's get straight into it.
Well, before we open up the floor, I have two quick questions myself. The first one is more of a confirmation question. This is all live currently, right? We can go and use this now.
Yeah, it was actually live before I even launched the token.
That is very awesome. And then the
Yeah.
second question I have on the fiat ramp, you have that Visa gift card. Do we have to keep that gift card and reload it all the time, or will we get a new gift card every time we use the ramp?
So the fiat ramp is powered by Transact, which is what you buy crypto with. Are you talking about the buy Visa card?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So yeah, so the Visa card module, it's a little different than the fiat ramp, but yeah, it is
Cool.
a one-time use case. You can't refill the card. It's a gift card. It's a non-reloadable gift card.
Perfect. Yeah, that because Visa's starting to do those reloadable ones, so just wasn't sure on that. So at this time, we'll go ahead and open it up to the floor. Uh, Let me just get my tablet to the Telegram so I can start looking at the questions. Uh, and then I want to remind everybody when you ask your questions, please tag me in them so I can see them.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Jerry, you have a
Can we
question?
act on VC?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great stuff. Hey guys, hey Bassett. Great stuff. Great brief presentation. Appreciate you being here. So kind of was wondering about the credit card. In terms of buying the gift card, I just wanted to know. Uh, would you be kind of accepting crypto stable coins in the when one wants to get a gift card, do you kind of accept a stable coin like BTC, USDT as a means of payment?
Yeah, so if you go to the ZAHNYMOUS.io website right now and you go to the prepaid Visa card section where it says buy gift cards, you'll see that USDT is on there for Binance Smart Chain. It's the only stable coin that we hold right now, or that we not hold, that we accept is USDT on BSC.
Great stuff. So I kind of see, sorry, I would have to ask this as well. I kind of see that you accept credit card payments. And so I was just concerned, and you noted that it should be kind of rhyming with your region. So I just wanted to know what kind of credit card do you accept, and from what limited countries do you accept them?
Are you talking about for the fiat ramp?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the fiat ramp is all done. We hold the widget, but it's all done by Transact. Transact is a licensed money service business in the United Kingdom. They're regulated by the FCA. They're regulated in the US as well. And I assume they accept pretty much most types of credit cards. Just go to the fiat ramp, select the currency that you want to purchase in. Again, we host 70 plus different currencies. It would be a little ridiculous for me to remember every single currency that we accept, but it is a fiat ramp that you can use in a countless amounts of other countries around the world.
Good
Uh,
stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
thank you
Was
for your.
just concerned about this. I
Oh,
thank you.
sorry, Jerry. We got to move on to the next question. Thank you for your question. It was a fantastic one, and it actually half explained this
Exactly.
next question. Uh, First, congratulations for ZA for being listed on CoinGecko. Create infrastructure to allow users to cash out their cryptos in seconds. What elements does ZAHNYMOUS provide for this? Can you explain a little more for us?
Of course. So, do you want to know like how it works? Are they
Yeah,
asking like how it works?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would love to explain the process. So it's going to sound a little complicated, but I'll explain it to you as simple as possible. I've had to do this, I would say, over 100 times to different banks and to different companies that we've worked with, and different investors as well. So when you go to the website zonymous.io, let's say you have your ZA or you have your BNB. Once you connect your wallet and then you find the gift card that you want, you then pay for it by sending us the cryptocurrency. As soon as you click pay, at the very end of the transaction, we then send an API on the back end that is refilled with a reloadable dashboard that we already have with our providers. So, right when you click pay, we then pull from that fiat on the back end, which allows users to essentially spend cryptocurrency simultaneously while getting that exchange of value. We work with two different exchanges and we use their APIs to turn that cryptocurrency into a stable coin. And then from that stable coin, we turn it into fiat. As soon as that happens, we then move from the exchange to our bank account, and then from our bank account, we move it to our partners that host us or our partners that host us the reloadable balance. So all of that is happening on the back end, all within seconds.
That is amazing. It is happening that fast because that sounds
Yeah,
very complicated.
yeah, no, trust me, it definitely was. And I've had to explain this to multiple different financial institutions, and they were like, "What is the flow of funds again?" So it's definitely it can get really complicated, but just so everyone knows, we have a pre-filled balance on the back end. So as soon as you send your cryptocurrency, it deducts from that pre-filled balance. You get what you want, and then we keep the difference in between what you paid versus what our cost is, and that's the company's profit.
Ah,
And then we
perfect.
refill it back up through the bank transfer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense and keeps the business model, sustainable for long term.
Exactly. It's not built off, Ponzi-nomics where everyone is looking for other people to buy in order for the company to make profit, or they're trying to steal from a lot of taxes like 10 or 15%, and then that's what actually pays the developers. We actually run a profitable business model behind our own cryptocurrency. So I think that's another thing that really gives us a huge advantage in this space is that it's not Ponzi-nomics. It's actually taking outside funds which would be in your other investments like your BNB, your USDT, and then actually having a business model based on cost versus what you're selling it for, and keeping an actual difference in between. It's actually a really simple business model, but it's just a complicated flow of funds.
Yeah, definitely. And that's great because that really helps the investors long term. And it also helps your business build up faith and, you know, keep your users long term as well. Jude, did you have a question that you wanted to ask on Mike before I read another one from the Telegram?
All right. Yeah, I was already typing it, but I think I will in fact say it here. So yeah, it's been a great AMA. I just had a question, and firstly would be would you guys be having a slight chance to create a virtual card for your platform itself, because not everyone is into crypto firstly, and when it comes to the third world countries, at times they have problems purchasing with their own debit or credit card. In fact, so I was thinking, do you plan on actually creating these virtual cards and maybe partnering up with the other payment models like Apple Pay, and also that these guys can actually fund or in fact make use of those models themselves? Yeah, if you could
You
comprehend the
comprehend.
question.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. You're pretty much saying like, will ZAHNYMOUS Limited ever have a debit card program? Because some people just either want the virtual cards, some people want physical cards. They want it to work with Apple Pay, they want it to work with Google Pay, etc. No, I understand what your question is, and my response to that is I've always dreamed about having a card program. It's a really profitable business model. The only issue is it's really expensive and it's not proper if you don't have the user base. If you don't have a strong user base with thousands of people already using your services, there's no reason to get a debit card program. It's a complete waste in my eyes. But sooner or later, our legal team did say that we need to have a a process for people that want to do a more centralized crypto spending and people that still want to stay decentralized in crypto spend, because if you're catering to one type of user, it doesn't really look good to the regulators. So I've always wanted to have a card program. It will be a much more centralized process, just like your Binance card would be, or your Coinbase card, or your Crypto.com card. The only issue is it's a very competitive industry specific to having a debit card program in crypto. I mean, I just named you three of them on the top of my head that I honestly I didn't even think about, and I can promise you there's probably more out there. You have BlockFi, I believe. I bet Gemini has their own card program. A lot of exchanges now have their own card program. And other than just exchanges, a lot of companies have their own card program as well. So we're really niched in what we do. But if our user base becomes extremely broad and it becomes a lot bigger, then yeah, there's no problem with a debit card program because it would make sense for the business to branch out. So maybe one day, but definitely not right now.
All right, because that also adds up, but I was thinking maybe in a sort of virtual manner, if you know what I'm saying. Like doesn't have to be physical; it just has to be created virtually on the platform. Then maybe if the platform is in fact compatible with other payment sources like Apple Pay, they could decide to fund and or just to keep making use of the card on this specific platform, for let me say the big time dealers in cards and all that. That was where I was coming from. But yeah, no issues. I will see you guys on the TG as well. And yeah, thanks Clinton. You've been a great host and it is a great community.
Thank you, Jude. Great question, and we love to have you in the community. Yeah, and please, anyone that has questions, if we don't get to them today, please jump in their Telegram. They'll be more than happy to answer your questions.
Questions. Hello, can you hear me? Because it's like I'm having a network breakout here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hear you.
Let me just ask
Alright,
one. Let me get one. Hold on, Ismail. Let me get one question from the chat, and then I'll get you next on the voice chat. I want to do back and forth.
all right.
Thank you. So then the next question from the Telegram. Do you have any plans to boost the marketing to get mass user adoption in the near future? What is your plan to get more exposure from users and investors in the short and long term?
So initially, what we did for marketing was, and this was our Web3 marketing, is onboarding projects. When I was going through the ZA slides showing like the other checkout currencies, you saw DFB for DeFi bears, you saw Chef, etc. So what we were doing is we were partnering with projects, taking their BSC token and saying, hey, we'll have you for an AMA, you have us for an AMA, and then let's grow together and we'll put you on the ZA platform so your holders can check out and truly live off your cryptocurrency. That was our Web3 marketing. But in order to really grow users at an exponential rate, that hasn't really been beneficial at all, to be honest. So our entire marketing focus is Web 2.0 marketing. So we're getting everything ready with our analytics. We've already been approved for ads by Reddit. We've been approved by ads by Facebook, Google, Twitter, etc. So those are going to be our mediums, and we're going to be doing only Web 2.0 marketing. Personally, I hate Web 3 marketing. Just it's a matter of fact. It's so scummy in the sense that it's very scammy. There, you do an AMA and you don't even know if the people in the AMA are real or not. And then the charges are absolutely ridiculous. You're paying 5 BNB, and you didn't even get one investor or one person in your group. That doesn't make any sense. You do 100 AMAs, you're spending 500 BNB, and you might not even get 20 users. Biggest waste of money in my eyes. That's the way I view it. So our entire focus to truly grow a user base is all Web 2.0 marketing.
That great question and great answer. And I'd also like to, do a little shill for our lounge with that. We have heard that as feedback about the AMAs. So as a lounge, what we would like to do in the near future is get the community, do a community AMA and really talk to you guys and see what you guys are looking to invest in so we could start drawing more projects you guys are interested in. So that way, these projects aren't wasting their money come to AMAs and not getting anything back. We're trying to be, as fair as possible out in the space. So thank you for that question and thank you for that feedback. Go ahead, Ismail, at this time, go ahead and ask your question, please.
All right. Like my question, I'm even finding it a little bit difficult to put it into words. It's like actually what I said earlier. Like we have many people creating lots of projects, and we see them die, and we have nothing to do about it actually, because the security they use for their projects, we don't actually know about them. So I don't know if he can actually enlighten us of how strong the security of his project is actually. I don't know if he's getting what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, so let me try to ask the question and tell me if I'm not asking it right.
No, so I understand his question.
Okay.
He said, can you please verify the information of the security? And that's what I'm doing right now. We've gotten 2 audits, one from Fresh Coins, which is, I would say, like tier 2 auditor. And then we've gotten an audit from a tier 1 auditing firm, which is Certic. So 2 different audits. You can see that this is the ZA contract address. I'll scroll down. You can see that this is the ZA contract address as well, which can be found on the homepage. You can see my screen, correct?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we got a 99 out of 100 for our security score, which is a really good score. I mean, it's damn near perfect. We've also gotten a Certic audit as well. And here is from the tier 1 auditing firm. And you can see that, so right here, you'll see code security. Don't look at the community trust and market stability. It's all based on like socials and all of that. But what we care about is the contract security. The code security for a tier 1 auditing firm was a 91.35. So in regards to security, we have one of the best securities I've personally seen of any project. And I completely agree with you. Security is very important. You can have the best idea in the world, again, even the best marketing. But if the security isn't there, then you pretty much essentially have nothing because it just got hacked.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, so the good thing is our security is top notch. Not only did we get a 99 out of 100 from one auditing firm, we get a 91.35 on code security from Certic. So again, amazing numbers of any typical project, honestly.
All right. And my next question is like the name ZAHNYMOUS ZA. You said the name of your token is ZA. Like, is there any wisdom behind the name you gave your token? Like any insights or something like that?
Yeah, of course. So growing up from where I'm from, za was always used as a term for exotic. Like, oh, that pizza is za. or oh, this is ZA. It just means that something is exotic. That's the short term, like the short slang for it. And originally, the token was going to be called exotic coin or exotic token. But to be honest, that doesn't really sound very special. So when I first started, yeah. So when I first started the idea in October 30, around October 30th, 2021, the initial name of the business was going to be Exotic Coin, Exotic Token. And then we realized, why don't I just take my roots from when I was younger and then create a more like a spunk kind of word. And then we were like, you know what, let's call it ZA. And then we were like, oh well, if the token ticker is going to be called ZA and we're calling it ZA, what should be the name of the project? And initially it was going to be ZAHNYMOUS, because like ZA allows like anonymity and like all that decentralization. But we realized that ZAHNYMOUS sounded too much like anonymous. So we were like, you know what, that doesn't really sound cool. That sounds like a copycat of anonymous. So what we did was we named it ZAHNYMOUS. And that's kind of the name of the project, while the name of the token is ZA, which is short for exotic.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I actually see an honest potential in your project, actually, because you can see from my bio, I actually trade both crypto and forex, and I'm also a moderator. But since last year February, I think I left the crypto space because we had many rock projects and I couldn't get my head around all of it. So I just left, but I'm back now and I'm trying to figure out things and try not to lose more money, if you get what I'm saying.
No, I understand. I'm also an actual forex trader as well. It's one of my real passions. I've been doing it for multiple years. But since you're in the forex industry, you know about FTMO?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I passed the
MFF.
challenge in verification.
Wow,
FTMO trader
that's
right here.
nice.
Yeah. I got the 200K account. Yeah, man, I love Forex. That's actually where I started getting into crypto trading. I actually did crypto trading back in 2017, 2016, before Binance in US had any regulation, when US citizens could actually trade on Binance. I'm pretty sure before they created Binance.us, actually. And I got totally wrecked. And then that's when I got a couple years later, I got introduced to Forex and I got introduced into ICT, Inner Circle.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
he's the
I
boss in the
love,
game, right?
listen, I love his concepts, man. I have studied his concepts for years, and I love
Yeah,
the algorithmic
uh,
trading, everything.
yeah, the smart money concept. That's what he trades
Yep,
actually.
yep. SMC. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm an SMC trader. I've been doing it for over a year now, and man, I love ICT. So no, I
wow,
understand being a crypto and a forex trader. I trade specifically CFDs like gold, Euro USD with dollar confluence.
wow.
So yeah,
Like
my actual
I
setup.
actually see much potential in this project because you're not like other devs which keeps blabbing, and if you ask them some direct questions, they try to go around it with some excuses or telling you it's not yet ready yet, but they're planning on making adjustments in the future.
No, I completely agree. That's why I actually built out ZAHNYMOUS and allowed for the gift card DApp to be completed before we launched the token, just to show people proof of concept.
All right. Well, thank you for your
Thanks
question,
for that.
Ismail. We appreciate it. Moving on to the next question in the chat. My screen just moved on from it. Uh, so the crypto industry is a fast-paced industry. How flexible is your project to change quickly and keep pace with technology trends? What is your long-term vision for the forecasting industry in which your project operates?
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I actually had an internal AMA about this, about being flexible and being adaptable. And there is a way to be adaptable, but not being too adaptable. So there's a problem with being too adaptable, because then you get sucked into following the next trend. And then all of a sudden you're farming projects because it's the AI trend, because it's the DAO trend, because it's whatever the meme trend, etc. So I'm really focused on my niche, And again, I believe that in order for cryptocurrency to take the next step into mass adoption, it has to be able to be spent easily. So I'm not going to be flexible. I'm not moving to the next trend. This is my trend. My trend is being able to spin cryptocurrency as smoothly and as efficiently as possible, and I'm not going to pivot away from that. I'm not going to start an AI thing. I'm not. I'm never going to open up another crypto project. To be honest, I will, yeah, I will absolutely never open up another token, and you can have this on recording. So I don't want to follow the next trend. I don't want to be what the next big thing. I'm not with that. I'm all about focusing on what makes me special and focusing on what makes my business special.
And I love hearing that because that tells me that you are confident in your business model, that you don't need to keep changing. It is something that's sustainable and long term already. And that is something great in this space. Do we have another VC question, or I'll just grab another one from the Telegram?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey, hi Zoo, how you doing today?
Hey Clinton. I'm doing great. How you doing today?
Doing great, loving this VC. It's a great vibe and a great project. So excited to hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Actually, well, I been listening to the presentation, and I must say, this is a great project for sure. Actually, I've come across this project for some time now, and the team are really doing well. Yeah. So I just got some couple of questions concerning the project. Yeah. So I want to know how do you guys plan to give investors like how do you guys plan to give investors confidence in your project, like first in terms of the security and the safety of their funds, especially knowing that most of your target investors are coming from the BSC, and most of them have also fall a victim of scam projects. Do you get the question?
Yeah, it
Of
seems
course.
you are coming in late.
I
Yeah.
think
No,
your audio isn't working.
so real quick, Zoo, I actually hear you. You're saying, how do I give investors safety and security and validity that we're a legit project? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
How do
And
I give you
especially
all
knowing that most of those target investors are coming from the BAC, and most of them have been victim of scam projects.
Yeah, of course. So the very first thing I'm going to say is that in order to give someone in order to give someone validation in regards to if like ZA security, there's a couple ways we do that. We do that through our audits, through the CertIC audit, through the Fresh Coins audit to show contract security. But obviously, even people that do scams get audits as well, and we've seen that. Audits matter for contract security, but audits don't matter in if a project owner is actually reliable and secure. And this is kind of where the company comes in. ZAHNYMOUS Limited, if you look it up right now in United Kingdom, you'll see that it has my full name, Basit Nasser, as the owner. You'll see that the parent company of it is BZN Holdings. In regards to actual security, I don't know how more transparent you can be to give the actual audience of BSC investors more of an that, hey, I need to feel more secure, right? Because we've done everything. We've done everything in regards to audits for the contract. We have a legit company that you can look up in the United Kingdom registrar. That's ZAHNYMOUS Limited, Suite 17023, 43 Bedford Street, London, United Kingdom, zip code WC2E9HA. You'll see my name, Basit Nasser. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. I don't care if you all know that, right? I feel like the people that are afraid to hop on VC, the people that are afraid to even do a voice AMA, the people that request to do text AMAs only, those are the people that you should be wary of. If you're buying a project and you don't know who's running it, you don't even know if their real name is their real name, well, that's honestly a do your own research, and it's a little bit on the investors. Everyone kind of says do your own research, do your own research. Well, if you don't even know the project owner's real name, then what more research can you do? It can sound like the best project in the world, but even the best projects sound like scams. If there's no transparency, if there's no authenticity, you're going to have absolutely nothing. So, in regards to security as an investor, I mean, we have everything. Not only am I as transparent as I can be, no, not only are we doxxed, we're a legit business where if anything happened, you could file a lawsuit. A lot of these other crypto businesses don't even have a real company. They don't have a real entity. So again, I mean, we give nothing but validity.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Oh, you can go ahead.
thank you, Zoo. I was just going to comment and say, that is one of the best things is when you can put a face to the name and hold someone accountable. It it relieves that fear that it's really a scam. When you try to hide yourself, that's definitely a red flag, like you said. We are getting down to the last like 7 minutes. Just a heads up.
Yeah, of course.
So
We can still go with questions as well. You all can ask, ask away in what you all want. Ask anything.
yep. So I'm gonna grab one from chat. Uh, Going through the token allocation, I noticed that there were no tokens allocated for the CEX listings, which made me wonder if there won't be any CEX listings in the future. And then part two to
That's
that is
yeah.
there any treasury set out for this project for backup?
So real quick, let me answer the first one, and I'll answer the second one as well. So the tokens that are used for holdback are locked currently. I know for some reason, if you look up the lock, it doesn't show. I don't know why Gympad's lock is like that, but if you go to Gympad and you type in the contract address, you'll see that the tokens are locked. We have about, I believe, 5 to 10% will be used for holdback in the tokenomics on the white paper, and the holdback is specific for sex listings. I do actually want to be on a centralized exchange. I know we're all about DeFi and decentralization, but I believe in order to take that next step into true exponential growth, you need to be listed on an exchange. It's just how it goes. So we do have set tokens aside, very specific and allocated. It's called holdback in the tokenomics. In the second, there's no real reason for a so-called treasury because our model isn't based on bonding. Our model, we don't do any staking either because of all of the regulation that's going around or going around in the world, in United Kingdom, in the U.S. So we don't do any staking, so we don't really need any treasury. We actually just recently changed the staking like a couple months ago, I believe, or a month ago. So I don't really see a use case for a treasury for the actual business, to be honest.
Yeah, that all makes sense. Real quick, I know you touched on this a little bit in your presentation, but I've seen it asked quite a bit. It's mentioned in your white paper that ZAHNYMOUS is here to provide us services with endless options, no matter where we are located. But I couldn't find my country, Iran, in the region selection. Can I select other countries instead of my main country to provide some Xbox game cards, or can I never use
Yeah.
them since I'm Iranian?
No, so actually that's a really good question. I was going to respond a little bit of a different way, but because you said game cards, yes, a PlayStation card or an Xbox card does work universally, and we've seen that. Game cards do work all around the world, and I'm sorry that you're in an area that we can't service. Iran's a very touchy area in regards to international regulation. That's the best way to put it. And regarding international regulation, but if you are in Iran, you should be able to do the game cards. And if you want, you might be able to do the Visa cards as well. But I'm not 100% sure on that, just because of where the area is and the restrictions on the country. But Xbox card, PlayStation Now card, both of those will work for you.
That's fantastic. So we got time for one more question. Uh, I was wondering if you only provide online gift cards to users, or we may actually order physical gift cards in the future. And then can you describe your partnership with Homie Wars? May I know what benefits you get through this partnership?
Yeah. So essentially, I'll answer the very first part. We probably won't do physical cards just because there's a lot of problems that can arise with shipping times. Everything's like instant, especially if you're in a different country. We're gonna have to ship you the card. Just in order for us to, I just don't see us doing a physical card unless it's like a physical Visa card maybe in the future. But physical gift cards, no. Everything's just virtual, online. It's just much easier. But just because they're virtual gift cards does not mean that you can't use them in person. A lot of these cards, even though they're online, you can go in the business, still shop like you would, and then use the gift card when you check out. I don't see any issue with that at all. And I don't really see the need for a physical card unless it's a physical Visa card. And even then, I rather do virtual and just do an Apple Pay or a Google Pay whenever we choose to do that and we build the proper user base. In regards to a partnership with Homie Wars, they were actually one of the tokens that we had listed on the platform. So users with Homie Coin could go on the ZA platform and then make real world transactions in our 100 plus countries with thousands of brands. So that was the type of partnership that we had with them.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, it makes sense, on the physical card side. Then you run back into the same headache. You're just waiting on your cash again, that you
Yeah.
run into with the central exchanges.
Yeah.
But that is our time for today. Thank you so much for joining us. And everybody, you guys had a lot of great questions. I know I didn't get to them all, so if you want to jump in his Telegram, I'm sure the ZA team would be more than happy to answer all your questions.
Of course. And again, thank you for the hour. And I hope you all enjoyed. You all can ask me any questions. I'm very active in the ZA chat. Please don't DM me. And I'm being serious. Please don't DM me. If you really want my attention, go in the ZA chat, tag me in the chat. I love to communicate with new investors through the community chat. If you do DM me, I probably won't answer you because if you're DMing me, you might be trying to, ask for marketing services or, exchange listings or anything like that. If you really want my attention, go in the ZA chat, message along, or if you want to email me, you can email at the support email, or you can email my personal email, which is bossa@zahnymous.io, the personal corporate email. And again, I'm going to wrap up this AMA with, I know it's 1 p.m., it's been 1 hour, but I really want to kind of give you all the way I wrap up all AMAs lately. And this is going to sound a bold statement, but I stay strong to it. If you believe cryptocurrency is going to be the future in terms of being able to send value from point A to point B, then you believe ZA is the future as well. And that's a very bold claim and a bold statement, but I'll explain why. Everything that ZA is doing is to increase mass adoption for cryptocurrency. Because in order for cryptocurrency to take the next step, not only does it have to be easily be bought, but it has to be easily be spent as well. And that's exactly what ZAHNYMOUS focuses on. So again, if you believe cryptocurrency is the future, you believe ZA is the future as well. Thank you all so much.
You're welcome, and thank you. Always a pleasure talking with you and learning more about this exciting project. Everything that your project stands for is a lot of the headaches I've had with crypto. So I'm personally excited about this project myself, and excited to see where you take it. Thank you everyone for joining us, and tune in next time for our AMA.